Merciful Lord, I call upon your presence. So, welcome to the show. This is Joycelin Linton coming into the higher calling. And today is the 26th of August, 2018. And folks, the August has really whizzed by. And we are the 13th Sunday after Trinity. Okay. I'm at St. Edmund's Church. I'm at St. Edmund's of Canterbury Church here in Hayes, near to the Heathrow Basin. And I welcome you all to come and to listen to what I have to say, because I know the time will come when many will gather to want to hear the living word of the Lord. It's just that people are not in the realization as yet. But as soon as they realize, and it will come with quite an abruption on them. And as the saying says, that the heavens will take over with a violence. The heavens shall take over with a violence. And at that, and I'm going to say, around about that marginal time, that the people will realize that something is happening. They will realize that what is it? They're no longer able to exist in the atmosphere that they were acquainted with. There is a new atmosphere on the earth. They are going to find strainful for them. And the writer in the gospel has talked about the gnashing of the teeth, and lamenting and woeing shall take place. Because folks, there has been new energy, or there are energies that has been dispensing. You see, like when we go to the pharmacy and they dispense, tablets for the healing of the headache, or the soothing. I won't say they're healing. That's the wrong word for the pharmacy. For the soothing of the headache, they dispense tablets. So that means it's given in fractions. They're not to take a full dose, but they say you can take 2 tablets a day for the week. Okay, and that should soothe the headache. But I'm not promoting man's hands here. I'm not promoting the pharmaceutical products here. Far from it, folks. Okay? But what I'm saying is that man has been having some taking charge. Okay? They've had some form of ruling and some form of leadership, you see. And so people are in the knowing of man exalting himself, you see. But however, the Lord is saying that he shall bring his wrath upon this, that man is exalting himself. And I'm going to even add on and say that man is exalting himself against God, against the Lord. You see? Because we exalt the Lord of heaven. We exalt the worksman of his hand. You see? We acknowledge the Lord first in all that we're doing, so that the desires of our hearts can come through. So let me stay on the point here, folks. Okay. So I wrote in the year 2004 and 2007 that there's going to be energy shifts taking place on the earth. And in order for us to align, to accommodate these energy shifts, we in ourselves have to come into the alignment of the original intention of the Lord, into the original hand of the Lord. Okay? And right now, man is living in the mimic of the Lord, in the secondary of the Lord, you see. And even the electrical light is a mimic of the true light that is coming upon the earth, you see. So all the synthetic products that we have is all a mimic of the actual hand of the Lord, the actual hand of God. And the Lord is saying, stop it now, okay? And come back, return to my original intention. because these energies, shifts that's taking place on the earth, okay, is aligning with the true handmanship of me. And anything less, anything inferior will not be able to stand the energy shifts that's taking place. And folks, let me add on, it's going to come as fire. The energy is going to be so terrific, it's going to burn. It's going to burn the brain. It's going to burn the body. Right? So the Lord has been our great provider, Jehovah Jireh. He has been providing new energies so that we can come into the shift. And not knowing the relevance of the message in me, the word in me at the time. Okay? And I did these writings and I handed them over to someone who just, we just did local sermons with it. But I didn't realize that these writings were significant. And it should have gone to another messenger like myself. And we both speak the word of the Lord. And in speaking the word of the Lord, as we've been studying over the last several months, that only the Lord shall establish his word according to 1 Samuel 1, verse 23. Only the Lord established his word. And then if we look through Jeremiah and even in the Gospel of Jesus, that the Lord shall hasten to perform his word, and he shall see that it will come to pass. So when the Lord gave downloads of knowledge to me and caused me to write 24/7 around the clock, he'd wake me up at 2 o'clock and I'd go and sit down at the computer and begin to type away. And then I'd go back to sleep but still rise to go to work or whatever was going on at the time. So, but he had me writing 24 hours around the clock. And I had undermined my position in paying attention to man. Because the man said I didn't have the rights and the privilege because of the working class status. Maybe the nation of people that I came from said you didn't have the right to bring forth these writings. So I just gave it to the local church, you see. And even then, it wasn't brought out in its fullness and its full value and understanding. So the writings did not go to the proper person, and so the word of the Lord has been on a delay. But you know what? The Lord is still actively at work on his word. So let me come back in line. Okay. So I'm saying that not knowing who I was to the Lord, not knowing that the Lord was using me in a significant way, not knowing that the Lord had caused me to write his word, okay, I was in the obedience of it, because when the Lord puts the commandments on you, you're in automation of him. But I had a cross-wiring going on in me, because I looked on man and thought I was lesser of myself and didn't take the writings in its rightful way and give it to the right person. That today we would be very much in alignment to these new energies. You see? So I ask you to stay with me here, because I have prayed and I've asked the Lord to enable me to give this reading. So, but yet when I read Matthew's 25:24, okay, and I did a study on it on the Facebook, and Jesus was prophesying. Jesus prophesied that there'll be a deception. Right? And I won't go over to Matthew 24 because I want to stay with the reading. I'm in at the church, and I know the wardens will come and say to me they want to lock the church. So, but what I found with the reading there was that the word that came to me was deception. Right? Deception. So now we're in a deception code and a delayed code. And had those chosen souls came forth at the time that the Lord spoke to us, then we would be in more of a realization and in a better alignment, you see. But we've known all along, right from the beginning of the Bible, that there has been an adversary, okay? But the Lord is saying, look to me, call upon my name, okay? Give all your battles to me, pray to me, okay? And eventually you will gain, I will give you the victory. You will gain the conquest. So that's just a message from me here. So the reading now, okay, and I hope that I tied up what I started to say. So I'm saying to you that energies has been dispensing upon the earth, okay? There have been energy, and so therefore the effect of that is energy shifts. There have been certain stars that has been, and I know the Pleiades from reading literature has been shining upon the earth, and the Lord has said that who can bind the sweet influence of the Pleiades, okay, and that's in Job. I think it's Job 39. Okay, so the whole earth has been in a preparation process for a change to take place. Okay, and that change, I'm going to link it to climate change. Okay, and the person who's bringing out the message on climate change, what he's actually saying is we shall return to the original intent of the Lord. We shall return to everything that is in the hand of the Lord and originated. And the Lord has shown me that he shall show wrath on anything that is done by man. Okay? So we have to leave the psyche. We have to come out of that psyche that it's okay to receive what man is given. We have to stop it now. We have to stop relying on pharmaceutical products, folks, let me tell you. We have to stop taking pharmaceutical products. We have to stop taking the drugs. The doctors has to stop right now issuing drugs to people. Okay? People must not receive medicines from the doctors. And I can say that with blessed assurance for the readings that was there over the past weeks. And I've been wanting to get to the gospel reading spoken in the Church of England, and it's talking about the bread of heaven. So the bread of heaven has been coming down upon the earth for the last several weeks. Excuse me. So now this gives me the assurance that I can say, folks, we can stand on the word of the Lord, that he is our great provider, our supplier, Jehovah Jireh. Okay? And we are not wanting of anything. We are not lacking of anything. He said he is our healer. He said, call upon me, call upon my name. He said it through the prophet Jeremiah and through Moses. He said, my name is Lord. I take dominion over everything. Call upon me, and you shall be healed. Call and say, Lord, heal me. And that's in the prophet Jeremiah. I think it's verse chapter 13. Heal me, Lord, and I am healed. Save me, Lord, and I am saved. So, folks, I am saying to you that we are no longer in the laws of man. Yes? We are under now the commandment and the law of the Lord. Okay? That means we know good only. Yes? We speak good only. We think good only. Our thoughts good only. And if any other adverse thought come in, then we say stop after the third time. And the mind will listen. The mind, because we're coming into the mind of God. We're coming, folks, into omniscience. And in the omniscience, folks, is the everlasting life. Okay? So No more is death,